Hello everyone and welcome. It's Starladder Season 11 and we have made it to day number 1 of America Dota. It felt like we just finished American Dota because we did, GoDz. Yesterday, we just completed the Summit to America. We got the luxury of seeing Not Today continue a stellar performance, undefeated all the way through playoffs, and has secured their trip here to the Summit House, but now we've already moved on.
Everyone reset. Like it's round 2, I guess.
Back to square one. We've had a few changes since then. You know, we heard recently that Navi US will not be partaking in Starladder. eHug is going to be filling their spot. For anyone who did see the top 8 list right here, I guess I could show it. GoDz has been teaching me how to use the fancy software that Starladder does provide for everyone to use here. And you can see these are going to be the 8 teams from America that are going to be competing, so you get a little bit of everything. Some new names that maybe were not considered in the past that have shown enough, like Root Gaming, obviously Leviathan. These teams maybe have never been considered before. Now after their Summit 2 run, they look good.
Some of these teams really impressed. Even Root, who didn't make it into the playoffs, got some big upsets. Beating it was funny, all the teams like mixed teams that just formed just to play in the Summit, like Demon was playing on a team, Truff was playing on a team. These kind of mixed teams just crashed and burned. But it was these kind of more stable rosters like Root and Leviathans that had some solid results. They showed promise, and the fact that they're sticking together with a stable 5 seems to translate to some decent results.
All right, and with that said, we won't hold you back any longer. It's just first day, so we're going to have a nice little SNA doubleheader for everyone. We got the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. Their first matchup in a best-of-1 is going to be going against Pain Gaming, and then after this match, they'll be taking on Complexity, the runner-up to the Summit 2 in the next match. So as far as Dota 2 Lounge is concerned, I believe it's about a 60-40% odds favorite for this one. Sneaky Nyx Assassins about the 60%. I'd say that's about justified, God. Maybe 70% for Sneaky Nyx Assassins. Pain Gaming, if you didn't know, they formerly were from CMB Esports. They showed a lot of strides there. Left the sponsorship, now with Pain Gaming. Been a bit hot and cold, I'd have to say.
All right. Yeah, I think I've cast them in the past when they're under the CNB name. So a team who would occasionally have good games and like at least go on par with like your complexity level teams, but more often than not we're fairly inconsistent. So we'll see what they have in mind here with this draft. SNA are going to go for that kind of secret-esque first pick Elder Titan and running as a support because they get the Tide with it. So they've got 3 offlaners, but I can only imagine this is a Tide offlane with Elder Titan support. Void's kind of flexible in that. Well, Void and Tide both flexible in that they can go mid, they can safe lane farm, but I think this is going to be a carry Void.
The nice thing for Sneaky Nyx Assassins, I guess they can be pretty flexible at this point. Pretty much how they can analyze the draft from the side of Pain Gaming and make audibles and adjustments if necessary. But more than likely, yeah, it's going to be Mike playing the Tide Hunter. But the offlaners continue here. God, as now we get Legion Commander. A bunch of melee badass brutes. I don't know if they're trying to form a basketball team or a Dota team right now, but they got a little bit of everything right now, so I'm really curious to see how the interactions are going to work because I already questioned the synergy here. Around a Chronosphere, there's not a whole lot that most of these heroes can already do to make a big impact as far as maybe an initial setup with a Ravage. And yeah, you can make work with an Astral and a timed out Earth Splitter, but Duel's not going to be doing a whole lot. Just seems like a lot of brash initiators and pick-off attempts, but as far as how they mesh, it's a bit crazy for me.
I think the fact they have no damage to go inside the Chronosphere, no Skywrath, no Witch Doctor, whatever it means this almost has to be a carry Void because he's going to have to do the damage himself inside a Chronosphere. So I think he's going to be getting the safe lane farm. Probably see some kind of range support to complement him last, but either way, these other heroes aren't dishing out damage in there. Maybe an overwhelming odds from a Legion Commander, but the Legion Commander, I think this is going to be something kind of first departure kind of pulled out. They've been doing this solo mid Legion Commander. Miracle's been winning games left, right, and center with it, and it's pretty powerful. Like you just, it's kind of like your everyday mid hero that just spams your nuke, gets bottle, gets good farm, and then can have a really strong mid game. And Legion Commander mid game get your Blink Dagger up, can start racking up the dual kills and scale really well, and also just kind of maybe be the kind of answer to the Naga Siren if you can actually gank the Naga and shut her down.
Yeah, and I like how Legion Commander works against those illusions. I'm not surprised if that's what they were intending on when they got a hold of it. But Pain Gaming go a more standard kind of draft lineup here. Of course, Princess Naga is going to be, from what it looks like, the one to take priority as far as farm and bring it in the late game. You got your Skywrath Mage, who's fantastic for early support. Zonage, making sure the offlaner doesn't get a lot in the laning phase. Bat Rider, it is on Radiant side, but he can always pose a huge threat throughout the whole game as far as lockdown, initiation, and even a good threat at Roche. And you have a good setup right there with Shadow Demon, being able to add a little bit more offense with Naga, and of course Purge certainly doesn't hurt either. So Pain Gaming going to be looking for the last pick here. They had recently banned out the Slark and Jakiro, which could have been a great range support pusher that could have helped out Sneaky Nyx Assassins a little bit. Sneaky Nyx Assassins anticipate a Necro here, and they removed that one. Do you have any ideas as far as where this could go here? I'm anticipating a potential mid laner. I'm not too sure if they run Naga in the mid lane.
I think Naga is generally better than mid. I know, like, even Miracle in his AMA stated that, but against Legion, kind of like you said, the illusions get destroyed by overwhelming odds, and as a mid Naga, you actually use those illusions a bit with last hitting and just controlling the wave. So they get Timbersaw, and I think this is going to be a mid Timbersaw. Yeah, I think Naga goes a lot better in the safe lane because of the Legion pick, and not an everyday mid hero, the Timber, but a hero with a ton of burst damage. He's up against all these melee heroes. So this is like a...
This is a dream.
Whew.
Yeah, this is
fun game to be a Timbersaw.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a lot to work with here. And they respond back. They do get that range support grab. It's going to be Lady Mirana here. So I'm liking it so far. I'm just going to preemptively make sure I get the showing game right.
Yeah.
Do I got it right? Oh,
you're
beautiful.
good to go.
Whew, sorry. I'm way too nervous about this software and stuff like that, but hopefully we got it right and underway, folks. This is, remember, just game number 1, day number 1 of Starladder America. These two teams looking to start out strong here. Sneaky Nyx Assassins just came short of making the playoffs on the Summit 2. Pain Gaming ended up 4-7. They'd like to have a stronger showing here in Starladder, but it's very apparent there's a lot of Dota out there to be had in these teams as long as they mesh together, finalize their rosters, find the fluidity with their play. They can make a big impact here. And well, Sneaky Nyx Assassins being the favorites coming into this one. Their draft, though, I don't know. If I'm looking at based on draft, I really like the overall lineup that Pain Gaming have thrown together. It seems well-rounded from top to bottom. And, well, for the Sneaky Nyx Assassins, it seems a bit crazy. But it looks like we are going to have a bit of a remake as I look and see that everyone is immediately disconnected. And
I checked the chat to see what was going on. I got a good IX Mike gem in there, so...
Oh, fantastic. No. Okay. Leave game. Yes. No. Cancel. Yes.
Oh god. Game. Now I gotta remember the password. Oh,
I already got it.
This is chat. Wait,
do you need me to show you?
Skype's
what it
updated. We can't talk about the password on stream. There we go.
Very good. Fantastic. We'll get back underway.
You may upset the Russian casters. You've taken slot 1. I don't mind.
Whoops. I'll go in the second one. Don't worry. It's forgot. I'm just used to the the Summit 2 flow where we take the top slot. I don't think that necessarily matters from my point of view. I think it pops up in the middle of your screen anyways, right? So everyone's technically in the middle.
There's a little flag. Sometimes it says what language it is. Like
if you understand it, then that's probably the language that you need to pick. That's as far as it goes. Like, oh, this one seems English. I'll just go with that one. Or,
I remember there was some big deal. I think it was during the TI qualifiers where there was like multiple English streams and people were like, "Oh, who's getting the first?" I'm like, guys, it doesn't matter. People are going to see names, see languages, and just choose accordingly.
Yeah, I don't think top to bottom it really matters a whole lot, but. It looks like we're going to get underway, but GoDz, if you don't mind, I might fiddle with these buttons a little bit. We could take a closer look at our teams here. You can see the pictures thrown together. Poor little Gren, he didn't really get the memo as far as going against the blue wall and taking a picture, but you could tell that actually for the rest of the team, this is from their CMB days on Pain Gaming. And then there we go, good old SNA. Look at this hodgepodge of a group. Recently, they got Brax from Navi US. He's been playing the mid lane position as of recently, but I feel like they've also been kind of changing up their roles quite a bit. Whitebeard has been always the support. TC's been changing kind of between that mid lane role and a core position. Like, it could always just depend on their hero, and then Mike is, well, he's Mike. He's going to be in the off lane. You know, he tends to get caught out pretty easily early, but he can make big comeback kind of plays. You know, notoriously known for playing a lot of Nature's Prophet and Tidehunter. He does have the benefit of being on the dire side this go, so he likes to take advantage of that, being able to use those ancient camps, of course. And
he is a Tidehunter too, so that's that's gonna help him. I think he's a Tidehunter. I didn't see who picked up what hero.
I didn't see if he picked what, but I would just imagine what was laid out. I mean, he's one of the first pioneers I saw doing a Faceless Void in the offlane, even before like your universe and everything like that. So, as you hear the picks are coming back underway, I'll throw it back into the in screen. You can see that he actually did it as an AP, didn't he?
Yeah. So
there's been a bit of discrepancy, GoDz, between the timing with the creep spawns and stuff. If you wanted to do a invade, let's say through the enemy jungle and kind of get some wards down, you're left with not as much of time.
I think it's like 30 seconds or so less time, which is a lot.
Pretty big difference.
Because you can't do like a full roam through the enemy jungle and then get back for your blocks. So I remember there was an issue with it during It first happened during the TI qualifiers in one of the remade match between SNA as well as Navi US, that game 5, and it was remade AP, and then suddenly the teams were like, wait, what's going on? We have less time. Like we like all our timings are off.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at this game and see if it's as crucial. I mean, normally if you have like a Sand King Enigma, then it's pretty apparent that you're one of the teams is probably going to be looking either A, to defend the invade, or obviously look to go on through and just remove as much of those pull camps as possible. But we'll see if the players really have a problem with it this kind of game. It doesn't seem like it so far, but regardless, we're back and underway. Here we go. It takes a little bit of a hiccup to get started, but we're there. It's going to be Sneaky Nyx Assassins taking on Pain Gaming, formerly known as CNB Esports, here for just game number 1 of day number 1. You know, this is a moment if you want to go a little bit more flexible or try to, you know, make a strong stand at the beginning and roll on through. Now we're going to see it's going to be Gren TXT. If you don't mind, I'm just going to roll through with these introductions here. Radiant side, Pain Gaming. Gren's going to be playing your offlane Bat. We got Ned playing your support Shadow Demon. Mid lane, we got 1987, but I believe this is Citterall. He keeps changing his name.
Okay.
I'm a strong certainty that this is going to be Citterall, and he might have been born in 1987, and he's playing your Timbersaw. In the mid lane, it looks. Bottom, we got Billy. This has got to be a stand-in. I don't think this is a name change right here. Mr. Billy is going to be playing your support Skywrath Mage, and that will leave 40R playing your core, and it's going to be a Naga, and indeed, it's going to be a safe lane farming Naga. But top lane, we could see potential engagement. The arrow is going to fly off, but it is off the mark right there. Gren will step back and just take one punch to the face from Whitebeard.
Yeah, we'll see where Fluff looks to go here. I think he's going to try to position himself more towards the mid lane, throw arrows there, because Elder Titan boots first, really good at zoning out these offlaners. And Gren, he's a bit late to get to his block, maybe partly due to the timing, so he doesn't get his full duration block off, and actually misses it. That's really bad. That hurts him so much, because this lane's going to be pushed up really hard. If you look at TC on the Void at top, he's getting his full block on. This is going to be 0 XP for Batrider, because he messed up the block.
No wards out there. Nothing's going to be blocked. The supports are going to have full control of, you know, taking control of the equilibrium. And if they have their way, this could end up never being by the tower for Batrider, and he could be forced to forfeit to the jungle sooner than later if he wants to even dream of getting a blink dagger in that quota time. So for now, though, we're seeing we got the disruption out, and it's just well, Whitebeard stuck right in the middle, unfortunately, but he is able to throw out the sleep. That would have been a cheeky play from Ned if he got him locked against the wall there, but he is able to make his way out. So early tiffs happening, especially in this top lane area. Mid lane, Brax on the Legion Commander is going to be going against Citterall's Timbersaw. What do you think about this matchup here? It is a melee matchup, which Timbersaw does typically like, but she does have that heal. Yeah,
I think it's going to be pretty even. Brax can sit back, use his nuke to farm. He'll go for bottle anyway, so he can shrug off most of the harassment. Because Timbersaw's in the mid lane, doesn't get too many tree access to actually make use of his Timber Chain. So I don't think he's going to find kills, and I think the farm will be pretty even.
I do like that they rotated Ned up here at the top. Batrider would have had way too much trouble if he was going to be all by his lonesome, and Ned here kind of certainly helps a bit, and already those creeps are, look how low they are. I mean, this is really close to Bat's home. If he sees aggression coming his way, he could just take 2 steps back and he'll be fine. So he's very happy with this. We'll keep pace with mid lane. It's right now Brax at 8-0 to Timbersaw 7-0, relatively even there. Bottom lane, 40R seems to be getting a lot out of this bottom lane for now. She's 7-3.
Mike's at Fountain. And, I don't know what happened
Mike
there.
Is at the Fountain, so he's been bullied back all the way to the long walk of shame to get a bit more resources. Billy's already getting some stacks on in the jungle, so he's got a nice foundation building up there for his cores to farm up, or at least the Batrider to farm up. So he can get that blink dagger.
Misses his stack, unfortunately. And that's the Shadow Demon being top is nice for the Batrider, but it's one less support who's stacking. So if Skywrath either has to spend less time zoning out the tide to stack, or he's not stacking himself.
Fluff smells blood here. If he can go like a blind corner arrow that Ned can't avoid, it could be pretty good, but he's going to be forced to pull out the disruption defensively and just try to run for it. Those illusions will still scout out Fluff, so he could see if an arrow could be coming his way, but look who's rotating over. It's Gren now. Batrider's just going to try to slow Fluff down a little bit, but Fluff is level 2, has the leap at the ready to get away from this one. It just seems like more flirting before any sort of real commitment. Uh-oh. Now with more stacks, he flies. Fluff could leap to the high ground. Is he going to pursue, though? Gren goes over to the high ground, but just not quick enough.
Gren had the boots and I guess thought he could maybe go for it. Looking for the stomp. Level 1 Elder Titan Stomp, trying to use it to set up these arrows, so it's a nice little move from Whitebeard. Does mean he doesn't have his nuke for the actual zoning, but hasn't found anything of it just yet.
It's not as easy as a Shadow Demon, but that Sleep Wind brought out could be a very nice setup right there for TC to be able to swoop on in and hopefully go for an immediate first blood. But relatively quiet at the start of this one from both sides, but I imagine as the level 6s start coming together, we're going to see quite the fireworks gods. I mean, we were talking about a Ravage, Timbersaw Chakra will be able to come online. You know, for top lane, Chronosphere, TC's Chronosphere is going to be coming together, and I imagine he's going to look to put that to strong use, but we'll have to see what kind of build he wants to go for. He's got an Orb of Venom on his Faceless Void, so that's just one signal to me that he wants to maybe fight a little bit early. Yeah, but it's TC after all. He does love hidden creeps.
It's just so good for zoning. It actually helps you last hit more because you zone out the offlaners pretty hard with it. It's kind of what Envy likes to do this as well, where he goes Orb of Venom on his safe lane farmers a lot. If he's like a Doom or the Void, and just you zone out the offlane and then you get complete utter free farm, which is what's happening now for TC at top. Similar story bottom lane though. So Naga's on par, 23 CS to the Void's 24, and well, now they're dead even, and that's kind of to be expected with both teams' laning setup. But it seems Nyx want to rotate both supports down bottom with the smoke. They have the Spirit into Stomp to look for an arrow setup, and Shadow Demon is not here for the defensive disruption.
Best to try to get the kills you can on Naga before she is level 6, because it gets just too hard at that point. But they're actually going to make it go in Skywrath Mage. The sleep is very nicely hit, and I don't think they even need to use the arrow. The disruption is going to be there, but that's your first blood. They finish off and take down Billy, the stand-in. It's going to be SNA who do strike first, but can we get a follow-up kill? It's Citadel on hot pursuit of Fluff. Oh, the leap to the low is going to put him right in the neutral camp here, and he's going to just force out the deny. And he's going to get it. So I think that's a smart call to make. Fluff wasn't going to be going anywhere, already investing the leap, and he'll just get the nice deny. So Pain Gaming do not find a return kill, and it's going to be Nyx Assassins who benefit from the first blood bonus. And who does that end up going to? It goes to Mike. So Mike, who had been struggling in the offlane, gets a little bit of help right there.
Yeah, suddenly level 4 has almost money for Arcane Boots, so he's a pretty happy camper down bottom lane. Still not dealing with the Nagas farm, but I think they're okay to worry about that later on. You're not getting a Radiance before like 14, 15 minutes regardless, so you can wait till your Void gets level 6, your Tide gets level 6, and start looking to use your ultimates to shut down the Naga and slow her down. For now, it's like, let's get a first blood, get Mike back in the game.
Alright, and for now, it just seems like Pain Gaming, they're going to just take it nice and easy. They're going to wait to see if their Timbersaw can throw together some reasonable farm, get a hold of Arcanes at a nice time, and be able to go for some quick pickoffs right there. A very squishy Mirana could be a good grab for him.
Oh, dual mid.
Time, but yeah, they get the first duel off right here, and they put it very nicely with Fluff's arrow. It's not going to be the dual bonus damage, but is it enough to finish off Timber? It's not. He's going to be able to Timber Chain away, and he's got 2 levels in that reactive armor, and that's going to be just free charges built up from that duel. So
yeah, I don't think Legion realized he had the double reactive armor build, and also I think Fluff was like, let's try to get you some duel damage. He fired the arrow too early, because I think he could have arrowed right at the end of the duel to get that 5-second stun, and like without the overlapping stuns, because they stacked it there to try to get Brax the duel damage, but they didn't have enough to bring him down. Bottom lane, though, they're going to get a disruption on Mike and go for a kill.
Yep, let's see. They surround him pretty nicely here. He's trying to retreat to the north, but he's already eaten so much damage. 1 Arcane Bolt's out, but it's only level 1. He's able to just walk away from that. Brax is already on the scene here. Arrow's not going to catch the mark, but Billy could be in big trouble here. Eats the gush from Mike on the return. One more right click, and it's going to be Fluff who picks it up right there. And now they want Ned. There's the duel. It's back again. This time he does get the bonus damage. It's the sneaky Nyx Assassins coming out big in this early laning phase.
And it looks like at top, TC got a kill with his Chronosphere on the bat. So
top to bottom, sneaky Nyx Assassins finding the kills they want. Just after they couldn't get the Timbersaw taken down, I was going to start questioning how, you know, because Fluff has been moving around so much on Mirana, it's one of the drawbacks is that she just doesn't have any levels or experience. She was only level 2 at the time, so a level 1 arrow, and it's not going to add a whole lot. Had she been maybe level 3 with the level 2 arrow and had timed it a bit better, it could have been different, but hey, now she gets a kill. Fluff moves on to level 3 and is still going to be on the move.
And Fluff's getting some good information here. Going through the Radiant jungle, seeing these stacks, double wards both this medium camp stack and also gets a ward where this big stack is. So Pain, when they go for this, may get punished by some of these big ultimates. Ravage about to come online, and Fluff can always look to set up an arrow using this vision. Yeah,
and Gren's going to go right to that ward vision right now. He desperately needs that jungle farm to be able to get his Blink Dagger on time, and as he begins to slowly build up the stacks, Fluff knows this is happening, but he needs to call together the troops. Pain Gaming are also in their own woods, so they would have to cross paths. It's a bit of an awkward standing right now if Fluff wanted to try to contest this farm, but once again, these are supports on Pain Gaming who are kind of running back and forth through the jungle, not really getting a lot out of the laning phase.
So they don't contest the Batrider's medium stacks over on the far western side, but they're ready to look to me contest this big camp here. They're going to go for the stack, which won't work, but for now, I think the big thing for Pain is just to not let this Legion Commander get too out of control, getting dual kill after dual kill, and that's what Brax is looking to do. Sitting around this bottom lane, looking for some kind of initiation with Mike now having Ravage.
Yeah, so already 1k gold. I imagine that's just a future investment towards the Blink Dagger, and then really going to look to ball out of control. And GoDz, I know you haven't really gotten to watch a whole lot of American Dota recently, but I imagine that once these levels start coming online, we could see a bit of a shit show here. This could get pretty out of hand. I mean, I know we've been used to seeing a lot of proper execution from high caliber kind of teams, but sometimes shit can go crazy here. And what turns from originally a technical boxing match goes quickly into a drunken bar brawl.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see where people are going to be swinging and who's going to get hit on the chin here. Bottom lane, it's going to be Ned throwing out the first jab. And he's going to go for Mike, but he follows up immediately with that first Ravage of the game. It does catch on too, and with Fluff's follow-up, they're able to easily take down Billy, Skywrath Mage. So, unfortunate attempt right there from both supports. I'm not sure what the goal was going to be, but SNA are the ones that come out on top. Brax once more. He's creeping. He's going to run right into Ned. That could be a immediate duel if he wants it, and it is. This is going to be free bonus damage right now for your Legion Commander, already putting her up to a plus 20. And even though Timbersaw is here and Invis, he can't really do a whole lot.
Oh, he comes out with a Chakram, which doesn't even hit, so he doesn't get the Soul on Mike. They're not going to find anything out of this, it looks like. Batrider can start throwing napalms at Brax, but Brax is easily out of the clear.
I just think that they needed to wait a little bit longer. They need another rotation over. They needed Timbersaw to be there and at the ready before they went for that kind of engagement. But all it took was one counter Ravage, and they just found 3 easy gold.
Mike didn't think twice. He knew Fluff was there and could get the follow-up arrow, so easy turnaround. And even though it's just a Ravage for 1 support kill, it also saves Mike's life and ruins a 3-4-man gank on the bottom lane. So easily worth the Ravage. And Pain just aren't finding anything. You've got to Void with out-farming your Naga Siren. You've losing fights, getting killed when you go for these 3-4-man ganks. That's really just recipe for disaster right now.
And to be honest, at this point, you almost forget that there's a Faceless Void in the game. Brax has been doing a nice job just keeping the pace at the early point of this mid-game, and he's going to try to keep all eyes on him. That way TC just kind of has the free will to farm as he wants, and then later in the game, when Naga thinks she's slowly putting together some reasonable farm, TC's going to be right there at the ready, matching her.
Yeah, and part of the problem is this: they're going for these ganks, and 40R went for this max mirror image build. He's got level 1 Riptide, which I guess it doesn't scale that well, the damage. 130 at level 1 up to 220, so it's actually a pretty good value point, but it's still, if you're going for kills with these disruption setups, I think you want to have the max Riptide.
Cheeky arrow attempt right there from Fluff. He knew the Batrider was leaving the camps because of that ward. Very low life. He tried to throw out a Hail Mary arrow, but was not going to connect. Could have been a big grab right there if he could have timed it right. Now back to mid lane, where Timbersaw really hasn't had the opportunity to go anywhere. He's still 0-0-0, and it's getting to that point when your Timbersaw needs to start going on, you know, high alert, high octane mode. Being able to bring down some kills if you wanted to even throw together a Bloodstone and get those charges of Bruin. For now, he does have the Arcanes and about 1,200 gold, so respectable farm for your Timber, but he needs to start farming kills, not just creeps.
I think this is one of the biggest problems with the solo mid Timbersaw. Yeah, he has to go for this max Welling Death build, and without the max Timber Chain, ganking's a whole lot harder. You don't have that good 1450 range with the max Timber Chain. 850 is nice, but it doesn't do anywhere near the same as level 4. Well, not to mention even stuff like the speed going up as you level up the Timber Chain, so you can just get in it there a whole lot faster. He's just stuck to kind of rely on his teammates for the setup with this max Welling Death.
Brax just bought something. I'm not too
Blink
sure
Dagger.
what it is. Is it on route? Is it on courier? He didn't buy from the side shop. It's not on him. Am I missing something?
I saw it get... I saw the pop-up come up. I don't know... is he hiding it at bottom tower?
Maybe he's hiding it somewhere so they don't think he has
it. Look for maybe a teammate's fishing it out for him.
Bringing it to him. Maybe Fluff's got it. I don't know.
Did he actually lose it?
I don't know. Where is it?
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
yeah,
he hit it behind. Okay, so he's staying in the fog. That way he gets the best out of that first Blink Dagger, and I like the call here. Now, Ned is going to be the one at the bottom lane, which is a sweet, supple-looking treat for a Brax Legion Commander, but getting in there is going to be another question. Now he does have the 8 of Fluff, who has a haste conveniently. Going to scout it out with the arrow. If they want, they could dive through for it. They see Ned, and they will. They blink immediately forward, and, well, he gets the sight of him now. Pulls out the duel. Can Fluff dish out the damage to help him get the bonus damage, though? He will not get the bonus damage, but they still get the kill. But where Brax trade his life for this is the immediate rotation comes out. It's just a little bit of an overdive and a little too much commitment. And with good rotation, Pain do get a follow through. Now, they do commit a lot over here, including their Batrider and Timber. But it's nice to take down the Legion Commander.
Well, in the jungle here, they throw a Ravage into an arrow. The arrow misses, though. Batrider. You got a bit fortunate there that Fluff wasn't ready for that IX Mike Ravage. Mike and Fluff smoked into that jungle and got immediately revealed. Elsewhere, though, it's the Void getting the kill the Naga Siren.
All right, so Naga ends up going down. Elsewhere in the plains, up right along the cross path, it looks like, through that ward where they still have that nice aggressive vision. So it's easy to cut her off and surprise her. I'm sure that's what TC did. But now they're making it go on Mike. They do get the Soul Catcher off. Throw into disruption, but the arrow catches nicely on Ned. Can Mike just dish out the Anchor Smash to walk away from this one? He can't, even with the heal coming in from Brax, but now it's TC leaping forward. Already using that Chronosphere. Doesn't need it, though. They just simply hammer down the Timber Saw, and it's now TC moving on to a killing spree. 10-3 your score. Sneaking Nyx Assassins really far ahead in this one. They had an excellent early laning phase, and it's looking just as promising going into the mid game.
Yeah, Brax does pick up the duel this time. He got the Shadow Demon at the end of that fight, so he's up to plus 30 damage.
So good for this time. At least from what I've seen from your Legion commanders, having 30 damage at 13 minutes is a pretty good start.
Just a level 1 ultimate, and yeah, I think that's fine. TC with Battle Fury treads and also level 11 is the really scary thing.
Yes.
He's a full almost 3k net worth ahead of this Naga Siren. So even if your Naga Siren gets Radiance around like 16, 17 minutes, which is a good timing, Void's ahead of you, and Void can still just straight up kill this Naga Siren once he gets one more item, like to give him some attack speed more than anything right now.
It's crazy to see he threw together the Battle Fury first. Just shows how quickly he's farming it up and how much he wants to prioritize the farming. He crosses past with Naga. Naga
doesn't
just
even go for
walks
Naga.
away. Yeah, he's like, nope, these are my creeps. Stay out of my jungle. And we'll shoo her back.
No, the Naga's up here now, but without a Chronosphere, yeah, TC's not going to go for this. And Pain themselves are thinking maybe they can get a kill on this Void. They have got level 3 Ancient Seal.
They don't have Mystic Flare yet. Man, that burst would certainly help. But
yeah.
Billy has been picked off a lot. 0 and 3. Really hasn't found the commitment to have a little bit of that sweet me time where you want just some one-on-one action with these creeps. But TC presses forward here, and he could go past his leash. Can they take him down in time before he can time walk out, though? That's the question. And he's going to have a Chrono here now. So if he wants a defensive Chrono, he also has that. He throws out the Chrono, catches 2, and he's just going to open up on Ned here. But the song is there from 40R, and that Chrono gets rendered pretty useless. They step back. Ancient Seal's going to be there. The poison damage, and now TC will go down. It's a nice grab for Pain Gaming. TC thought that he could get something done with a return Chrono, but didn't count on 40R sleep.
Yeah. I was wondering if that was going to work or not. I don't know if it was just like maybe a slight delay from the Skywrath Mage, but the Skywrath Ancient Seal cast time didn't beat the Chronosphere cast time, so bit of a interesting kind of timing mechanic there. But yeah, Void came out on top as far as getting his spell off first. But I think they should have just led the gank with the Ancient Seal. I think the disruption made that harder than it needed to be. You Ancient Seal into a Purge, and then it's an easy kill, which is how they got the kill in the end. But
now I wonder if he had gotten the Chrono off on the Naga and the Shadow Demon, and only left the Skywrath out.
I think it would have been great.
Kill.
Yeah, because he gets silenced. He doesn't care. He's still attacking.
I wasn't sure if maybe he thought Skywrath could have been level 6 and was fearsome.
He didn't actually see the Skywrath,
yeah.
I don't think, right away as well.
Oh, okay.
I think it was just a weird timing thing.
But he was adamant about getting that kill. Unfortunately, it'll be his undoing, but I think he's still fine with that. Got plenty of farm to work with. It looks like SNA want to go on this mid lane here.
They got double
here. He has help up just behind, but can they get him in time? The duel's going to be there. Follow up Earth Splitter. Ravage. It's a beautiful setup coming up from Sneaking Nyx Assassins in this mid lane. Now the Chakram going out. Timber trying to get a kill at least here on Brax. Brax heals up, retreats out to the south. Fluff still on hot pursuit. Gets Timber. Uphill attack is going to connect. And now on the retreat, your Bat Rider, one of your last survivors here, trying to get one pickoff kill. We'll get it on Brax, but will he go down? He will. A smack on the backhand side. It's Whitebeard with the killing spree. Walks away pretty heavily wounded, but it's SNA all day, baby. 14-5. They take down a 4-for-1 trade. 40R is farming top lane, but now runs into TC. Desperate to finish off this tower. Mike comes in, and this Naga is not going to be able to get the tower, and also not going to be able to get away. Please, Lord, help me, my fish friends. Oh, gets to the side chop, hides in the corner. Ah, TC says, nope, not going anywhere. And that makes it 5 all day.
It was, the full team wipe, just losing the Legion commander there. I think Naga Siren is just kind of in, like, kind of desperation mode there. Going for a tower like that without Song of the Siren is just so risky. And even with an already completed relic. So this Naga's close to Radiance, but decided, look, I need this tower. We need this Radiance right now because my team just lost 4 heroes in the mid lane. Yeah. Instead, Naga dies as well, and things go from bad to worse.
Yeah, really bad. At this point, it's very apparent that the Sneaking Nyx Assassins have the pedal to the metal. Pretty much ever since Brax got his duel. They're like, it's time to fight. We're going to constantly go on the aggressive. We're going to keep adding pressure because that's what Naga doesn't like. She wants all the room she can work with to farm. Because once it starts getting restricted, ooh, a nice arrow does connect here. Oh, Billy!
Here comes
Billy
the duel.
Boy! Fluff jumps forward, and yeah, that's the free duel bonus damage going into the pocket of Brax. 44 bonus damage now at about 18 minutes in. Not too shabby, and a beautiful setup there from Fluff.
So, for Pain, you've got to play just complete defense mode right now. Like get your Radiance as soon as possible, protect the Naga Siren, and just try to use that split push to victory. The rest of the heroes just aren't really at a place where they can fight into the big ultimate lineup of the Sneaky Nyx assassins.
And they're just scouting him out. Like vultures here. Fluff watching from the high ground as Bat continues to farm up through the jungle, trying to finish his Bat tool belt and get that Force Staff together. For everyone else, still on defensive duty mid lane here.
SNA's vision is just fantastic. Like, they can see in the enemy jungle, and more importantly, they can see around that tier 2 tower now. So they see heroes as soon as they leave the base, and they can kind of get a good idea of their trajectory, which lane they're going to, where they're going to farm, and it just helps getting kills so much. Ned now, he's... Well, that was not much. He just walked right into them. I don't know what he was thinking. No vision, trying to go do some warding maybe.
Oh, he didn't even have wards on hand. Yeah, I was going to think the same thing. I wasn't even expecting him to go out there, so I even missed the back end of that one, but... Look at this. With that kill, Fluff pulls out the Moonlight Shadow, and they're looking to find a pick off here mid lane. But the positioning ain't too bad here from Pain. They're waiting on the far opposite side, but just as I say that, Timber is like flirting here with getting caught out in the front lines. Fluff, though, gonna just clear out the creeps. They're just constantly making Pain Gaming come together in this mid lane. Oh, the Ravage is not going to connect on the Bat Rider, which was the intentional target. Fluff will go down, but TC's follow-up chrono is just setting the platform for a quick two-man takedown. He gets the double, but can he get away? As now he's going to get flied over here, and now he's walking out. 40R gets in, but has no more mana to work with on this Naga, so sleep is not going to be available. And it looks like SNA could just walk away with this one, and they will. They come out again on top. It's a 2-for-0. They even have the zoning from Whitebeard to ensure a safe escape, and they get it.
Yeah. The full stuff on Bat, I think, caught them a bit by surprise, because that was where that Ravage didn't actually hit the Bat. So they weren't ready for that full staff out as well as the Blink, but hey, doesn't matter. You lose your hard support Mirana and get some key kills. And again, it's the Void getting these kills. Void almost with a BKB now on top of his Battle Fury Mask of Madness. TC is just farmed out of his mind.
What do you do at this point if you're Pain Gaming? You now do have your Radiance on your Naga, so the farming acceleration will continue to go up a bit, but she does have quite a ways to go if all the eggs are going to be in her basket. So now, no doubt there is a window of opportunity in the late game that maybe she could pull it on back, but at the way the tempo has been paced and Sneaky Nyx Assassins, they're not looking to draw the game out that long.
Yeah, I think SNA, the next 15 minutes of this game is just going to be all theirs. Unless Naga Siren can stall the game out using creep skipping, split pushing, just constant Rat Dota, Pain are in trouble. And then if you go really late, I don't even think the Naga beats these cores. You've got Elder Titan as a support who's fantastic late game. Legion, Tide, Void who all go well to the late game. Like, this is not going to be easy for Naga to win in the super late game. So Naga's got to stall the game for a little bit and then end the game as fast as possible. It's like around that 40-minute mark maybe.
Yeah, hoping for a big turnaround team fight where she can really press it forward. But you're absolutely right. I mean, eventually this Tide Hunter will be able to throw together a Refresher Orb, and then you're dealing with 2 Ravages when you don't even have really a BKB to work with. Your Legion Commander is already building up significant bonus damage as it is, plus 44. I imagine in the later game it's probably going to get tacked on a few more points. And then, of course, TC has been farming like a madman. He's top net worth by a pretty reasonable margin, well over 12K. The next closest Brax at about 9K. And then your Naga at 8.6. So TC's not just ahead, he's pretty far ahead. And now he has a BKB. So even with your Skywrath Mage trying to zone a Mystic Flare, that ain't going to matter. I got a full 10 seconds of immortality against your magic to work with here.
Yeah, he's just going for the safe build as well. Like, I think a lot of non-TC players would be going for some kind of more like Mjolnir,
Mjolnir, and just right-click and
Glass Cannon. But he's like, look, I'm really far ahead. Let's just keep it that way by going safe. Top lane, they're gonna get Lasso and Fluff here.
They take down the Mirana support. They're even committing the Mystic Flare. They do. It takes 2 ultimates and a bit of synergy, but they get it. It's a little bit of momentum for them. But hey, now SNA knows there's no Lasso. Maybe we look to come together and make a push happen. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, TC's like, I'll solo push this bottom lane. No Lasso to kill me. With a BKB, he can't die now unless it's to a Lasso plus like Skywrath ultimate, Timbersaw burst damage. There's
and he just like flubs on using the BKB altogether and it gets caught out very easily. But I imagine he's feeling pretty safe here, pretty comfortable. He'll just park himself here, continuing to add pressure there. That leaves top lane fully open for Brax to work with. That's second in command as far as this game goes for the late game. For everyone else who's still finding that farm, the selfless ones, your Whitebeard here just kind of dancing a bit in the mid lane, working with the creep equilibrium here.
It just seems Whitebeard's got a lot of farm. He's got Yules 1500.
I just feel like they have so much of the map to work with here. It's like this, you know. So they have so much control, and for what Pain Gaming do have, they have to prioritize it for their Naga. That leaves pretty much nothing for everyone else. So they're suffocating for farm, just getting what little bits they can, the table scraps from the lane. Clearly they can't even put up a threat for bottom lane. TC eventually does get that tier 2 tower. And now he has Mike waiting in the wings here.
And it's just bullying from TC. Like, he did most of that damage alone solo pushing, but Pain are just so intimidated by TC that they don't even dare try and go for the kill.
Brax! Oh, he's flirting with Naga. Naga tries to pull out a TP but can't. And now he gets her, pulls out the duel. The Legion Commander won't be able to finish her off in time with the duel, but with the nuke, can finish it off. And Naga has no mana for a song.
Boots of travel.
Run. Oh,
needs a blink.
Get away. He still wants it. Blink forward. Ooh, hiding in the trees. Brax! He can't get it. And now he's stuck with 3. He's going to try to retreat out using the BKB and the Moonlight Shadow. But the lasso, even up and at the ready, can't put a target. It's TC who comes through and says, I got you, homie.
Song of the Siren, though.
Nice song. My God. Counter to a counter to a counter here.
Where was the BKB, TC?
Up, but, yeah, TC not using that BKB. They still might be able to get Billy here, however. Oh, Timberchain not going to connect there. And Timber goes down. He gets bashed, actually, and can't go on through. RNG, so good to TC. Oh, Arrow also connects very nicely on Bat Rider. Sneaky Nyx Assassins are going to clean this one up.
They lost that gem, too.
No problem. Moving on through. Ned now the next target. Oh! 2 big shots from Whitebeard is all it takes, and your Shadow Demon also going to go down.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Even Mike is doing a bit of split pushing on the one on the bottom lane. I mean,
Mike's somewhere.
He's like, I have a Ravage, but you guys don't need this. Yeah. But he's in a bit of trouble here. He might actually have to pull out defensively. No, he's going to go straight for the TP. No song, so why not?
I thought you might go for the turnaround kill there, Naga. You Ravage, Anchor Smash, get a max level Gush. This Naga is still pretty squishy, but it's so much space being created. Void gets another tower. 3k gold suddenly on TC on this Void. He could have got. I guess I don't blame him for not using the BKB in the Chronosphere because he's like, I just caught everyone. But just the Naga Siren was outside, had Song of the Siren only just back up as well, so it was just slightly unfortunate for TC on the Void there.
They'll just keep pressuring. They have Aegis still, so why not, right? They'll take advantage of it before it expires. And at the start of that whole thing, when Brax was catching out Naga in the woods, and even I'd imagine see her do the TP and then got it canceled. I'm surprised that I was thinking that maybe SNA were going to push down that bottom lane, knowing that Naga was not going to be able to return. They could have added a lot of pressure there, but it ends up working out to their benefit. TC shows up just in time for a beautiful chrono. Now it was countered by the song, but ultimately, SNA just kind of cleaned the rest of it up. So it does work out to their benefit, where they could have possibly pressured elsewhere, but there's your Aegis. It's now going to expire, so even though they get a lot out of it, their Aegis will go down.
Oh, they smoked, and Brax is just there. Invis reveals them. This is so big that he stole their gem now, because he can just play... They know that. Yep. They can deward the map from Pain. Pain do not have that map control. Bat Rider with a gem is so important to have. It just allows them to find these pickoffs so much easier, but for SNA, they now have complete map control, and I think Pain's only option is to like sit back, S4, hide on the high ground while Naga Siren tries to keep lanes pushed.
That means they're not getting anything at all. No farm, no XP. They're just sitting here. What was once a window like this is now like that. It's just like continuing to get hurdled back into their base. SNA are just taking control of the whole map. Everyone's finding the farm they want. They're moving as a fine unit here and really outclassing Pain Gaming in this first game. So
Mike's goes Refresher Orban after this camp here, it looks like. He's just 30 gold short. So Refresher, Daedalus on TC's Void. These items just...
And you have no BKB whatsoever on Pain Gaming. This is probably just going to take one huge team fight, potential team wipe, just to kind of end this one out. And for Pain, they really need to test their high ground defense. And they have fair wave clearing, mind you. You know, Timber saw one of the best wave clears in the game with this Chakram Burst, but he's using that, of course, for defensive purposes and not really going offensive, which we really never seen Timbersaw really go on the offensive.
They see the real Naga. Arrow not going to hit. 40R, he's got sleep, and I guess it was just Fluff on the Fluff with a blink dagger.
Still on pursuit here. Yeah, the double mobile.
He can't actually fight
dagger
this.
Here. Yeah, whoa. At least he can dance with her, maybe trying to see if she goes for a TP. He can be there to cancel it, though, so that'd be nice.
I think he wants to cancel the TP back while his team kind of push.
Yeah. I mean, he has the arrow. He is just hunting her. And he
puts a lane ward, and this is just to try and scout the TP. He's
there it is. Oh! He gets it. Nice play from Fluff. Naga will not be going down mid? Home. But see, this is a game where I'm like, oh, they could be pushing hard elsewhere, but they're not going in mid. Now, TC does... look like head that way, but no,
he's gonna head right into this smoke gank, which is good for TC because he's got BKB and can just go for kills. Oh, they're not.
Doesn't commit to the lane, and the Naga illusion's going to scout him out. And they are pressuring a little bit here on the bottom, but I was expecting with something like that, they could start really breaking into the base and forcing Naga to just desperately run. But that's not going to be the case. Regardless, Fluff, cute plays, able to really keep Naga perplexed, and that's, you know, keeping her away from farm time, so that's always good. The Whitebeard now might be caught out. He's purged. He will go down here. Timber King goes through, but the Yules does prevent it, but Mystic Flare kind of sets it up. Oh, TC. Oh, he's going to get slept. He's not using the BKB, though, so he'll wait.
5-second hour in Timbersaw, though, and TC can time walk in 3 seconds.
Doesn't want to commit.
This Blink Mirana.
Okay, he's
Chrono.
Going to go for the TP.
Oh,
no.
I didn't
They
actually
ping
get
it out,
vision.
but they don't have vision, it looks like. He just puts himself into a nice little closet and TP's away perfectly. But Brax jumps in on that Timbersaw bottom lane and gets a nice duel. And 40R trying to take it back to Brax. He doesn't finish him off. Now Brax is the one to go down. Ooh, overzealous play there from Brax. Trying to get something done, and he ultimately goes down. No bonus damage awarded to anyone, but still.
That was like a 1900 HP Timbersaw who has reactive armor. That was
giving a
ambitious.
fair amount of gold. Look at this. I mean, it's 1,600, 2K gold swing just based on that one kill, because there was such a huge net worth advantage already for Nyx Assassins. You know, it's okay to get cocky here and there and a little overzealous, thinking you got a sweet, easy pick off that close to the base, but too many of those, and Naga's going to be benefiting a lot from it.
Yeah. So Naga Manta style Boots of Travel Radiance is slowly getting up there. Just needs that next couple of items, the Heart plus Diffusal, and I think that's where Naga will then be looking to like really put pressure onto sneaky Nyx Assassins. So, not over yet. We haven't even seen Mike really get a chance to use these ultimates, the Ravage, in a long time, and he's got a Refresher Orb, so it's now in a position where they have Refresher tied, but he can't even use a single Ravage because of Pain just doing a good job of playing Keep Away or playing Hide and Seek, whatever you want to call it, and that's SNA who need to they need to find kills or at least pressure the high ground. They could wait for ages to go for that high ground siege, but it's giving Pain a lot of time to catch up.
I'm curious to see as well. They seem a bit timid as far as being able to break the base. And I say that, but then Brax does something like that on the bottom lane, and he's not feeling too timid at all. So there's clearly a bit of just like togetherness at that forefront, but for now, I'd imagine maybe playing the safer route's probably the best route as far as waiting for the Roche, having that extra life, and then you can make the jump in. Because not going to lie, Pain Gaming, they got a tough draft to kind of just break high ground into. I mean, Naga's going to be there at the ready with a potential sleep to kind of get you disoriented. Timbers has great choke point work, or if you're just trying to work with that staircase, he's got the Chakram and the burst potential to really take it right back at you. And of course, Batrider could be coming out of the wings at any given moment and just throw someone into their base into a nice little nook. So
the worst part about Brax's play is that they gave the gem back as well, so Batrider's got a handle on this, and he can once again de-ward all those aggressive wards that SNA had.
And having a Batrider who's going to start slowly taking the vision back proves to be a strong Roche contender. So maybe even Nyx Assassins couldn't go for an easy Roche at this point.
If Bat can get up to a big BKB, it'll be huge, because he's the one who gets most affected by these Ravages, so he desperately needs a BKB to contest Roshan, and even just to take team fights. You go for a pick-off, and it's on like a Legion Commander, a Void or someone, but then suddenly Tide shows up, blink Ravage, and it's all over. So he needs a BKB. Timbersaw, I think, he's going for the Ag Scepter, which is actually really good for the high ground defense, but he may want a BKB himself as well, probably after the Ag Scepter. He
does have a little bit of life points, so he should be able to survive a dual Ravage at that, but that together, and if he gets caught out with TC and a Chrono, it could be a bit finicky, but once he does survive, or if he is out of the mix, those double Chakrams really add a lot. I'd have to say the addition of Agnums on Timbersaw really helped his late game quite a bit, but they do cost a lot of resources, so you need to make sure you have your good itemization along the way. Getting a Bloodstone early on, Arcane Boots, whatever you got to do, to make sure you have the mana to back up a double Chakra. If used properly, it could definitely do significant damage here, but I definitely have noticed more of a neutered playstyle from Sneaky Nyx Assassins within the last 5 minutes or so. But hey, that playstyle has secured them an easy Roche, and it looks like Pain Gaming just don't know any of the better and can't contest whatsoever. And now with DD Rune, well, that neutered play is certainly going to be changing here. I mean, you can't ask for anything better. Aegis and DD, and TC is like hustling to this bottom lane, even using Mask of Madness to get there quicker.
Yeah, he wants to look for a Chronosphere perhaps with this, but gotta wait for this creep wave to get to the base. So the DD Rune will be mostly gone by then. Maybe a small little opening, but for now, Batrider doesn't have any pieces towards his BKB, but it's the buyback, which is the kind of the second thing. If you get jumped by a Blink Ravage, he's going to need buyback, or you just straight up lose the game. Naga cannot defend alone.
Yeah, and touching on those buybacks, Naga's close. It's about 170 gold, they'll have it available, but TC is already inside their base. This tier 3 is pretty low at about a third life. It's not going to take a whole lot of muscle power, especially with the DD to finish it off, and it looks like they will. After the glyph ends, they get it down. Now Raxes are going to be exposed. TC steps back from that slow, but immediately purged off from Brax, and they'll just continue to, what looks like, start a slow sieging process here in the bottom lane. And Pain Gaming, you really need to think about their positioning here inside the base. Don't want to get caught out too easily, of course, from that chrono. And want to be able to make the best out of it. As far as offensive way to push them back out of the base, Pain Gaming looking for an answer.
Yeah, it's so hard. TC's the only one they really see on the front lines, and he's got Aegis. He's also got the double Ravage Tide behind him, so they can keep on chipping like they're doing. This is the best thing you can do. Kill TC without using a lasso, but they don't have enough long-range chip damage to do that. Yep. So he gets a melee racks, and I think that's really all Pain could do. If they initiate in there, they just straight up die and lose the game. So it wasn't worth trying to save your melee racks. Yep. As bad as that sounds, I think they had to let it go.
Yeah, they just have to accept the fact that they could lose one, maybe even two. Oh, jumping well on in is going to be TC. He actually commits the chrono for this, catches 3. 40 on the outside,
that cleave.
Not going to be doing the song, and that song could have helped save not 1, not 2, but 3 allies. My God, TC, wear a bra, the cleavage. Ridiculous.
And this time he made no mistakes. He popped that BKB so he didn't get song. That was just the perfect chronosphere.
Beautiful setup, and even with the song, it's not going to matter on TC. Yeah, it's ridiculous. They get what they want there and finish out the racks.
It's the T-show. He did that with no... When was the last time we saw a bloody Ravage?
That was just
Mike's
crazy.
Just like...
Yeah.
He's been farming this Radiant neutrals for the last 15 minutes, it sounds like.
He's still got his Aegis. They got those Ravages. They don't have to stop.
Yep. It's a smoke out, though. I think they realize we got to make something happen. They're just going to rinse, repeat, have TC siege with his Aegis, and they want to go for a pick-off on someone like a Legion Commander or the Tide, the Elder Tide, and they can't really go on the Void because of the Aegis, but hey, if you find him, you got to just kill him. So they'll see what they can get. And it's going to be...
TC could cross their path, and he will. Ned, right in their face, immediate lasso, Mystic Flare. He still has the Aegis for all this, mind you. 2 more minutes he would have had. Now they do get down his first life, but are they going to escape? Earth Splitter forces Ned to step back. He goes for immediate disruption. Bash! No. One hit bash, man. That would have been great, but unfortunately not going to be there. Ned does safely get away, and it's a good heads-up play, but all that just to take down the extra life of TC, which would have been gone in 2 minutes. Now they don't have all that ready at their defense.
No lasso for 45 seconds. This is not the level 3 lasso, which is would have maybe helped them out as far as defending high ground. That 15 seconds shorter cooldown, but they've got the Ags on Timbersaw.
Just knocking at this tier 3. Brax is here now. He'll be happy to kind of blink past and duel anyone on notice if it means allowing TC to really open up on the structures that much more. But Mike is probably the most itchy to kind of get something done. This guy has had 2 Ravages ready to go now for quite some time and has yet to really slam down that R button.
Yeah. It's been
really no need.
15-20 minutes since a Ravage. It's, like you say, no need. TC's just doing it on his own. He's got 6k gold. I want to see something big. Where's that Divine Rapier, TC?
Yeah, right. Take it to the next level. That's what I'm talking about. Get your real final form underway. But TC, we'll play it safe for now, it seems. Reserve a little bit, maybe just in case. You never know. Buy back Boots of Travel, and then they can get right back into the mix. But they go back towards bottom lane. Yeah, they go right for the bat. Now Bat Rider's out. No lasso.
No buyback
to worry about. Yeah, no buyback. He's out for over a minute. This might be the beginning of the end of your GoDz.
Yep, probably game over on that, but we'll see what Naga can do. But Naga's illusions are just food, overwhelming odds. You've got so much damage from the Sneaky Nyx Assassin side that these Naga illusions are just being dealt with so easily. And he's not creep skipping. He needs to be taking the creep waves behind where there's no heroes, and just hasn't been in a position to do so.
Loading arrow flies out. Oh, Timber walks right into it, unfortunately, but he's a little far back, so I don't know if they're going to do anything about it. Mike blinks run in, but he gets immediately silenced, so no Ravage for you again, Mike. Sorry. See, he's going to have to go back to the tower and just kind of hit it the old-fashioned way. But the slow siege continues, man. You're tier 3, down to just about an 8. A little sliver of life left as they continue to add pressure from all fronts. TC even not letting up on this bottom lane. Now we'll cut across to that mid lane. Finish off this tier 3. He's getting a little bit of extra attack speed as well on top of the Mask of Madness. He's hitting like a truck. But Pain Gaming...
TC just sidestepping these chakrams left, right, and center. And
gets arrowed up, but they actually can't follow through. Oh, fuck. Blink. To use Starfall, cute. Leap out. No problem.
It's very cute from Fluff. And TC's just working their axes.
This is going to be quick takedown. Both sets of racks done for Pain Gaming on their last wounded legs with 1 more racks remaining here. Really have not been able to show any sort of offense except for the takedown of TC's Aegis as of recent. And SNA can just walk away from this, regroup rather, grab their next set of items, make one final hurrah down the north.
TC, please, you have 8k gold.
What are you going to buy? There's a pipe on Whitebeard.
could be like a butterfly, but I don't know.
Okay, might be an MKB. Maybe he could anticipate
Yeah,
a butterfly being grabbed.
there is
an
an evasion talisman already, so
he's gonna go right for the MKB. Good choice.
all right,
respectable. So he'll be able to get it from there. Meanwhile, top Batrider continues to farm it on up. We were asking about maybe him being able to throw together a BKB would be huge for him, but I don't think that's going to be happening.
yeah, that's not happening.
Back down to 1k gold, and pressure's on. TP's out before everyone gets there. Sneaky Nick's Assassins will just go for what looks like the last hurrah here, and we'll hope that maybe Mike will get the opportunity to do both of his Ravages.
Yeah, even just
like,
one.
At this point, it's like an eclipse.
I think Mike's just trying to see how much his team can do without a single Ravage being used this game.
Yeah, they pretty much have been playing without Tidehunter
at
this point.
He's there, so it prevents Pain from engaging. Like, if they know there's no Tide, they could maybe look to actually go on the Void, but it's the threat of the Ravage more than the Ravage itself this game.
Their MKB is complete with still plenty of gold to work with, about 3k. He wants to hold that bit as an offshore account for a buyback. Ooh, Brax jumps over, trying to get the catch on Timbersaw. Even uses his BKB for it, but Timbersaw does get away. So SNA kind of
casual Earth Splitter too. Yeah.
Scouting out from the balcony, watching the base, waiting for their good last hurrah here. And for Pain Gaming, this is your all or nothing defense at this point.
Yeah. TC could have buyback. I don't know if they'll have Boots of Travel as well. So if you get buyback Boots of Travel, it'd be like just no way you could defend. But even without that, I don't see him dying once because of the Tide backup. Having 0 BKBs against Refresher Tide is just unacceptable. You're not going to win a game like that at 40 minutes in. Like, I can understand that there's reasons why they don't have these BKBs because they're getting crushed, but there's no comeback potential without them.
They flame break, but they don't know they're invis until they creep too close to the tower, and now TC still not finding an opportunity to just make that jump-in Hail Mary kind of a play he saw last time, but this Ravage will help set it up. There's one from Mike. He's waiting out for the secondary, though. He's just standing there, and it's a flash DC for the majority of players.
Yeah, that's it. I'm like, wait.
Including you.
I saw him standing there, and I'm just like, wait, what's happening, Mike? Why are you standing there?
Yeah, okay, well, that explains
And I'm like, okay.
So we lose half of everyone, including GoDz. Half the casting group has also popped out, so... ready to go. Pain Gaming are like, yeah, we can go now. We're ready, guys.
I reckon Brax could micro him in this team fight. All he has to do is refresh, get another Ravage off, and then micro Void. Void can just team wipe everyone.
Put himself on Ned, finish what he started there. Does he have the blink up at the ready? No,
if I'm Brax, I'm like, I've got this. Easy
like,
micro skills.
I take care of it. Fluff from the back, you know, we'll maybe get a blink forward. Starstorm to finish off the bat. He just moves over, finishes out Ned, grabs a hold of Mike, does the secondary refresher. You know, where's TC at? TC's right in the middle. He's in silence, but eventually he'll have everything at the ready. Brax, you can do it by yourself. Just go. Come on.
Where's the confidence, Brax?
Oh, well. But...
I don't know. The players aren't connecting. I can't reconnect, so...
Yeah, the server definitely
admin's a bit
split
sad.
in two, apparently. But it's interesting. I mean, based on the draft, I'd have to say of this, I wasn't expecting this. 27-9. We were looking at Nick's Assassins opening up with 4 different types of potential offlaners, a lot of melee. Great ultimates to work with and work around, and they've been making them count. From what I've seen, it's been their game from top to bottom. Pain Gaming with what looked like more of a structured draft. Just couldn't find their groove.
Yeah. Pain Gaming, I think Pain Gaming should just be GGing right now, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this kind of goes on too long.
They have got a Naga. I don't think...
I would strongly urge they consider throwing in the towel.
They're in their right to at least play it out. And to be fair, like, I just don't see any way they can win this game. But barring something like this. So, yeah, it looks like reconnecting maybe not possible. We could see a remake from the last possible load
if they really want to play this out.
Brax says on micro everyone. I reckon he's being serious. All these, like, he can even plan it, like just Ravage and then Void.
And if it doesn't work out, like let's say worst case scenario, he ends up flubbing it up. They'll just pause that.
Yeah, then you pause and wait. Okay.
But hey, if he does it by himself and he gets a team wipe with it, I mean, why not? I would also try turning off Dota 2 and then reconnecting. Yeah, if it works for you, then
get
I
some
can
Steam
pass
restarts
the
going on.
Trying to.
I'm gonna restart Steam even. Well,
40 minutes in, game number 1. We do have another game that's going to be following this up. Sneaky Nick's Assassins, who look really good in game number 1. For their doubleheader, though, they have a much bigger test. In their second match, they're going to be playing Complexity. So then we'll get a good idea as far as how SNA have been playing and
take on complexity while they're down.
Yeah, complexity.
It's a good time to be versing complexity.
We don't know exactly if they're on tilt or not, but it's been a rough road for them recently. I think they are what 0 for 5. I mean, they lost to Pain Gaming, going down 0-2, and then they did bounce back, taking down Leviathan in a 2-0 run. But then in the playoffs, of course, they went down again to Not Today, 0-3. So they're down 3 losses, and well, looking to bounce back in our next matchup here against SNA. And while SNA are still trying to find a way to reconnect, I see you have got your Dota reloaded, and we'll hope that that will be enough to get us back and underway.
Yeah, this is an annoying way to end this game, but all right, first reconnect, we're good.
We got Whitebeard in. Maybe he did the reload theory, but that's one. Maybe with 2 of them, that's enough to micro everyone.
You can split up the responsibilities, perhaps.
Oh yeah, definitely. You take Fluff. Brax, you take Fluff.
I'm in.
Close to you.
All right, so I restarted Steam and it worked. Yeah, that seems to be maybe the solution. Maybe it was just Dota service fixing, but
yeah. I remember that there was a period when we had a similar problem, and I want to say at that point they did just auto-call GG because it was extremely one-sided at that point.
Yeah.
But I remember a certain special gentleman from a much higher up suggested that you restart the client or maybe even Steam and then try again just to see if that's the issue or not. And clearly it did help for you, but we'll see if the rest of these players can kind of get onto it. Yeah, restart stream first? Then Dota? Alright. I'll figure it out. I don't know. To be honest with you, I think Pain Gaming should just call it. Yeah. Is that fair to say? I mean, it's 9-27 for God's sakes.
It's easier. It's easier for us because we can see the graphs. We see how big the net worth lead is. From Pain, they have less information. They obviously don't have that objective view that we casters have. We're 100% unbiased as always and can fairly call the outcome of this game.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can just take this moment to mess around with our Mr. Broadcasting here. This is the schedule, folks. Okay. It's a jam-packed schedule, lots of Dota action. Woo! Already almost halfway there.
Exhausted.
2:45 CET. Now that is what our time. I imagine that's what 5:45.
Yeah, I think 5:45. Yeah, 10 minutes from now.
So 10 minutes from now, we could still be on schedule if this hopefully gets back and underway.
And this game's got 30 seconds left in it, I would say.
Yeah.
Before the GG call, that is, but. Well, it's got maybe 2 minutes left if they're going to wait till the throne goes down.
Get back to the game here. Alright, I'm getting it.
Not working, apparently. So I think if you spam reconnect enough, it may eventually work is what's happening, but... BenQ's calling reload.
Hey, you know what is nice, though? That this time we don't have to be the admin. BenQ's got it.
Starladder, man. Like, am I making the right call?
Because I'm just going to sit here as a caster, you know?
Like, you have rules, but, like, what do you do in a situation like this? Like... What happens if the reload doesn't work? Like, if it's an even game, like, you've got to somehow have a result. A game like this, you could maybe say, look, Pain, I realized you want to play this one out, but as admins, we're going to call it.
No, dude, we had a game plan underway. It was going to happen. We were going to wait till we had Megas, and then we were going to go for the inevitable backdoor Naga that they would never defend.
Yeah, being an admin's tough. I don't know. We'll see. Pain, I mean, just looking at this fight alone, Batrider's about to die. He's got no buyback. Shadow Demon's more or less dead. Poor network. Game is safe to leave. All right.
All right, everyone. You're not going to lose any stats. Don't worry. This game apparently does not count for Starladder. No,
yeah.
Oh, now a DC from Brax?
Fluff is reconnecting.
Fluff is back. But we lost 2.
Are we reloading or what?
Oh, man. I don't. He didn't give final word, and most of Pain Gaming is here.
Let me check the Skype combo.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good way to look at it here.
Anyone else? You got the reloaded join. Okay, so they reloaded.
No, but now we lost everyone. Oh, they are going to reload. Okay, okay. So while I just bring up some pause screen here. Oh, actually I'm pausing, but this game is not going to matter, correct? I mean, there's some people still in the game, but they're going to go for a reload. So we are going to.
I gotta remember the password again, man.
Game, yes. Get back into this sweet little reload here. I'll hop back in my caster slot. You'll get back in the game. And even though it seems weird that we have to finish this one out, to be honest with you, It's like a basketball game where it's like 100 to 50, and Michael Jordan's about to like dunk it in the rim, and we pause it there. Like, hold on, we could block the shot, and then we could make the big 50-point comeback.
The shot, the shot clock's broken. We got to wait for it to fix, even though a team's leading by 30 points with 2 minutes left in the game. Like,
not even 2 minutes. It feels like there's like 15 seconds. And we're down 30 points, and they're like, whoa, we got to fix the clock.
Yeah. Fix the clock, give us 15 minutes, and we'll get things out and under the way.
I would treat them by that point like, so could someone just use their watch?
Oh, we got the low-skill dickheads team net logo. They're playing around with it.
They've snuck that in on me. I didn't even notice.
That was the old...
you should have seen how many people freaked out. They're like, wait a minute, I thought this was the SNA game. And I'm like, yes. SNA are the low-skill dickheads. Wait, are you flaming them? No, that's their team name.
It's the old Purge, Blitz, and Fluff team.
Yeah. They even have like some fun little like character for their logo.
Right. I think it auto pauses when we load in, so we don't have to be ready for it right away. But
all right, hold on. Let me make sure I got this back up and ready here.
There's only 30 seconds left. You don't want to miss that last 30 seconds now.
Everyone's gonna be like, freaking caster. Here we go. Everyone's loading back in. We're gonna take it at the recent autosave / reload moment.
BKB's apparently refreshed back to 10 seconds with reloads, but guess what? No one has BKB, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, except for the people who benefit more out of it is it's Brax and TC who do have BKBs at the ready.
Yeah, and I guess they're back to 10 seconds. I don't know if they'll still be on cooldown. I imagine they're still on cooldown if they used them, but who knows? Reloads have been buggy for a long time.
Yeah, they have. Something that's kind of been pushed aside, I imagine, for a while because it doesn't really need to be used unless in funky situations
so rare
like this where the servers are kind of...
I imagine it takes like a lot of time and coding and just like investigation to fix these kind of problems too. I don't even
fathom the stuff that those guys have to do in their basements.
Basements? Have you seen the Valve offices?
I know. I'm just
come on, please.
It's an overglorified basement building. Let's not lie.
I'm pretty sure Valve staff all just live there. Like their bathrooms have like everything you need to.
I mean, I saw it. I'd live there. I'd live
got
in
a full
that
gym. You've got everything like
the life.
Massage centers, like everything.
Full open kitchen that looks like a gas station drugstore. You just take what you want. It's absolutely out of control. So here we go. Everyone is loaded in now. It should be sneaking Nyx Assassins knocking at the base door of Pain Gaming here, looking to go in. Your Roche apparently back up in about 3 seconds. And yeah, we got Fluff here right next to Bat Rider.
So they're gonna get this.
TC.
Are we gonna see the Ravage again?
And both Raxes are still down.
This is where Mike blink Ravage. We'll see if he does it again.
Ravage Ned, please.
Mercy says.
So the last time this went, yeah, you're right, is he blinked down and got the Ravage that caught a couple, and it was more than enough.
3, I think. It didn't catch the Naga. Like Naga was in a position where he could have gotten a sleep off. And
here we go. Where's Mike going to go with this Ravage? Is he just going to rinse and repeat? No, he doesn't Ravage.
It's the Void.
The past has been changed. We're in a new future. And it's TC jumping in, and he doesn't get a hold of him. What happened? He went and chronoed, and then he just couldn't get anything out of it.
He didn't get his illusions.
Whoops. Oh, well, Sneaky Nyx
mean,
step back, and it
doesn't really matter for DR. Like, I realize that sucks, but... They were about to expire anyways. We only had maybe 6 seconds left on them.
Yeah.
Hey, you're your Raxes. What did Nyx do? They didn't get a Rax. No need to complain.
I mean, that definitely was better for them. I mean, the Ravage wasn't there, and they were all about dead.
I think in our alternate reality, they lost the game because of that Ravage. So I think this reality is a whole lot better for them.
I mean, they do still have 2 Ravages at the ready here as we still wait for the last hurrah defense. This is the moment we've been waiting for.
Those illusions just got like insta-KO'd.
I hope Pain make it worth our while that we had to wait through this. And they have some sort of epic defense mounted here that they've been plotting this whole time. TC just doing what TC's been doing in the other 2 lanes and just letting him go out in the front lines and start whacking away at this tier 3.
Doesn't even have a Chronosphere. He's still confident. Like that was the one bad Chronosphere we've had all game from TC, it feels like.
Sleep, but no one's going to be there. It's just a matter of seeing how many times you got to poke at Pain Gaming before they finally spring their trap and make the go.
Yeah. That's got to find a
chrono down. Here it is. There's the go. Oh, Brax is like, nice try there, Bat. Not going to happen. Follow through. Ravage 1. Do we need a Ravage 2?
Well, the team fight was good.
3 already down. 40 left here. Pulls out his song and congratulations on your win is the song that he's apparently been singing at this point because SNA are not going to stop. 30-9. Racks now. Going to be taken. Mega's underway. We waited for GoDz, but here it is. Nyx Assassin's taking game 1.
The end of this game was just how I imagined it.
Yeah.
Nothing much to it.
You know. It was actually more devastating in that way, it looked like. But here we go. One last little Chronosphere. Boom. Billy goes down in 2 hits. And it's going to be a good game for sneaky Nyx Assassins. They get the first win of Starladder Season 11 America. And they will be at the top of the charts. Let's see how long they can hold that top for now. I don't know if this thing auto updates, but I'll let you look at the post-game score here. No surprise, it was sneaky Nyx Assassins all day with what I imagine was somewhat of a questionable lineup. They make it work. Do you think it was just a draft that ended up working in their favor, or just Pain Gaming didn't seem to be in their A game?
I think they kind of outclassed Pain Gaming for sure. They had much better rotations, the Mirana and stuff, but I think the draft was actually pretty strong in some ways. It was definitely, like, they had a lot of melee heroes that all looked like offlaners, but like Elder Titan's a pretty strong mid hero. Void just got complete free farm, and I think from that point of view, the draft actually wasn't as bad as it maybe looked. And the Timbersaw did nothing. That to me was like the X factor for Pain, and if Timbersaw did a bit more, we see a different game, but he just never did anything.
It was rough. It was rough. Sneaky Nyx Assassins, they look hot. They look good. We'll see if they can keep this momentum up, taking on Complexity in game number 2. Complexity coming off a bit of a loss. Their heads might be down after losing to Not Today in the Summit Final. They want to come back and come back hard with a big W here. We'll find out if they can get that win against Sneaky Nyx Assassins coming up in just a few moments' time. We'll throw it over to some music. I'm KotLGuy. That's GoDz. We'll be back in just a moment. GoDz, let me hope I can find the button.